have a good childhood? Are movies even important in today's world? Are dreams and movies connected? These are all questions posed by Satoshi Kon's masterful film, Paprika. Upon watching this film, my interpretation brings up the question, have you gone in touch with your inner child? In this video, I'll be taking a dive into themes, or rather my own interpretation, after watching this anime. So let's dive into the film, Paprika. Warning, spoiler alert. I'm an avid fan of anime. I watched Hayao Miyazaki's films growing up, and Kazuyo Otomo's Akira. Partial to many anime films and shows is the placement of child or teenage characters that drive the story while touching on universal themes. For Satoshi Kon's Paprika, that is different. All the main characters are adults. However, the alter ego of Dr. Atsuko Chiba, Paprika, has the appearance of a younger, beautiful lady. It seems Kon has made a film like usual anime films, but through the lens of an adult. There are many film critics who focus on the theme of dreams, surrealism, identity, and movies. Some critics might even have no idea what's going on in the film, or what the themes are. Paprika is a hard film to decipher, but there are many levels that are ripe for discussion. While the art of filmmaking is connected to dreams in the film, I feel that's a topic already discussed. For the purposes of this video, I'll be looking at three main characters in the film: Dr. Chiba and her alter ego, Paprika, and Detective Toshimi Konakawa. To give context, the film follows a research psychologist, Dr. Chiba, who uses a device, the DC Mini, to help with her patients in their dreams. Things go awry when the device is stolen. As Paprika, Dr. Chiba helps Toshimi as he copes with not solving the murder of a kid. Both Chiba and Toshimi are hampered in their search for identity and the self-concept, and it's my view that is due to them not being in touch with their inner child. The concept of the inner child in popular psychology derives from Carl Jung, with his more broader example being the divine child archetype. The inner child is seen as an almost independent sub-personality, subordinate to the waking conscious mind. Both Chiba and Toshimi are disconnected from their inner child by the world of adulting. For Chiba, throughout the film, she displays an almost stoic and standoffish demeanor. Professionalism is of the utmost importance to her. While the film isn't clear on Chiba's background, there's no doubt that some unexplained trauma is perhaps in childhood plays a role in her behavior. The alter ego of Paprika appears to serve as some type of surrogate. It seems that by her helping others, she can help herself as well. The issue of being a woman in a male-dominated profession, and by extension a male-dominated workplace, may play a factor in her behavior. It's very clear that Paprika serves as a foil to Chiba. Her co-worker, the creator of the DC Mini, Tokita, even chides her on this difference. Chiba's cold demeanor dominates her interactions with the other characters. An example of her roughness can be seen in her arguing with Tokita. She throws his things onto the floor when she gets upset at him. This is a clear sign of projection, a defense mechanism people subconsciously employ in order to cope with difficult feelings or emotions. Whatever trauma that Chiba has gone through, it seems to manifest in her behavior. But as the film goes on, and with the help of Paprika, the walls are lowered. When Tokita gets trapped in his dreams, Chiba as Paprika tries to save him. Unfortunately, her co-worker Osanai and chairman Inai Inui, reveal themselves to be behind the theft. Konakawa has to help her and rescues her in the end. This leads to a battle where Paprika, now separate from Chiba, fights with Inui, who is delusional with gaining omnipotence. In the end, he is defeated by Paprika through becoming a baby, as a symbol of the inner child made manifest as it ages. Chiba realizes she has repressed her desires and reconciles herself with the part that is Paprika. She realizes she's in love with Tokita and finally heals her wounds. The journey of Konakawa is an interesting one. He seeks Paprika's help in dealing with recurrent dreams related to an unsolved murder case. Here, the symbolism of the inner child is shown again, since the victim is a child. This is further alluded to when Konakawa sees himself as the victim later on in the same dream. His trauma ostensibly derives from the case and his younger years. The journey he has with Paprika is one of self-awareness. In contrast to Paprika, Konakawa isn't interested in movies, but a conversation with Dr. Shima, an old friend of his, reveals a longing he didn't know he had. I would submit that it is a longing to be a child again. From that comes a sense of adventure and wanting a new lease on life. Konakawa springs into action when he saves Chiba from Osanai and Unai. Through the battle with Unai, he gains a new perspective, thanks to Paprika. He regains his sense of wonder and embraces his inner child. This is shown when he watches a film about kids called Dreaming Kids at Paprika's urging at the end of the film. For the character Paprika, it's clear to me she represents the divine child archetype, and by extension the inner child in us all. For her, the definition would be the Paella Eterna, the female version of the Pierre Eternus, otherwise called the eternal boy in Latin. This archetype is a source of childlike enthusiasm for life. Tokita, the object of Chiba's affection, eschews adult responsibilities and represents a foil to Chiba earlier on. He even declares being content in being a kid at heart. Paprika participates in making Chiba realize her love for Tokita and even becomes self-reliant during the battle with Inoue. She also reignites Konakawa's sense of wonder for film and helps him overcome his traumas of the case he's on and the giving up of his early dreams when he was younger. In the end, Paprika, and therefore the film itself, serves as a meditation on inner child work, a term by some psychologists as an adult working out their inner problems and to reconcile with trauma from days gone by. To move on from that struggle of past trauma, one must acknowledge that inner child, forgive oneself and others for that turmoil, and make an effort to move on, to be an adult, while also not shutting out that part of our personality. Paprika is a masterful film. It's another example of masterful animation, compelling story, and great characterization. Underneath all the spectacle and majesty, there's a core story of a woman embracing her inner personality and how all of us would live better lives by doing the same. Well, again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Doing the research for this really made me appreciate psychology and its benefits. Carl Jung is probably one of my favorite psychologists out there. On your left is a video by the holistic psychologist which goes over 3 steps for healing your inner child. On the right is a link to my first video where I analyzed the themes of Avengers Age of Ultron and talked about Freud's model of the psyche in regards to Iron Man, Vision, and Ultron. Next video I'll work on it will be about Andrei Tarkovsky's Mirror and how culture and generational family identity plays a role. Again, if you like this video, please hit the like button and share and subscribe. Also support me on Patreon. Again, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. God bless.